Buenas tardes, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In this video, I'll be talking about how I was able to integrate fasting into my life and how I see it more today like as a sport, more than just like a detox practice. So before getting started, I want to make sure that nothing I share it's medical advice. So always do your own research before making any health-related decisions. So fasting, I've been fasting since 2016, and it has done miracles for me. Like I started fasting, and my first fast was like horrible. I had to throw up, and I had like a huge headache, and I was hallucinating. But then little by little, like the fasting sessions, like they started getting like easier, and I was getting results. So each time I will complete a cycle, I'll feel like that there were some improvements, you know. So that was really motivating. That's why, like, that's one of the component that makes it why I see it as a sport, because there's constant like self-actualization, and you start feeling better at various different levels. So then I got into a habit of like building strategies, you know, like after each fast I will analyze what happened in the previous fast and how I felt, recuperate, and then plan the next one. And that's also like usually, you know, when you start gaining momentum, what we tend to do is we increment, you know, we just like when we lift weights at the gym, you know, you're seeing that you're not getting injured, you're making good progress. So your next session, you add more weight. So that's exactly what I did with fasting. So I started like, like having longer fasts, coming up with different fasting patterns, so I could challenge the body and from different angles. And little by little, it turned into a journey and a lifestyle. And today, like, I like that analogy to present it as a sport, because when you say fasting, sometimes like people they perceive it as okay, I'm gonna be doing detox, you know, once a year I'll do a few days, but it could be more than that. Like, you could also see it as a sport. Like I think it works well with martial arts, because in martial arts you have the belt system, and fasting is a little bit like that. Like, you'll be graduating. There are different levels. You'll be graduating from one level to another, and sometimes like that ultimate period, like of the graduation, will be very difficult, but then eventually you will pass to the next level. And so martial arts works pretty well. So like I integrated fasting into my life, and now my baseline is 18:6. Usually I don't eat for 18 hours. I have a eating window 6 hours, and that I don't even count as fasting. That's my zero. That's like I usually, like, I don't breakfast. I don't do lunch unless there is a social invitation or something. And I usually eat once a day at night, and that's like the normal. And then I skip One thing I like to do is like on certain nights I won't eat that OMAD, and I keep going, you know, for 36 to 40 something hours. And sometimes I'll do several times, like in a week, and I went up to 3. So I end up with like 4 meals a week. And sometimes I'll do like more advanced like fasting, and more advanced like fasting patterns. There's the stair pattern where you fast for 1 day, you eat for 1 day, you fast for 2, eat for 2, fast for 3, eat for 3, and so on. So I went twice up to 5th step. It takes a month, the whole thing. And once I went step 7. So that's one pattern. And then you challenge the body like in different ways according to your journey and what you need and how you're making progress, because it's not a straight line. Like with fasting, sometimes you need to take a break from fasting, rest, and come back at it. I mean, within the fast, a fasting cycle, it's like, so you stress with fasting, and then you break your fast, and then you recoup. Ideally at least the same amount of you were deprived from food. So that's, and then you'll be, if you get into it and you do a whole bunch of fast, say for a few months, you're actively fasting, completing fasting cycles, then sometimes it's a good idea to take vacation, like not think about fasting for a while. So to miss it, let the body recoup, and then you come back at it. That's really important. So it's not that's where maybe it's a little bit different than a sport, like the mentality, I go to the gym every day. With fasting you got to see long term, like you got to just not forget about it, but sometimes it's good to go back to your comfort zone and to recoup. So I wanted to, like, there's a little bit of noise here, I'm going to try to some construction. I wanted to share that very simple idea, like that just to look at fasting from a different angle, not see it as something we do in either an emergency situation or something that we do maybe once a year, just like to detox. It will be good, it's better than nothing, but give the idea that you can incorporate it like into your life, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a faster, I'm a fasting person, and it's like you're you're a judoka or you're a tennis player or thing like that. It will be like something you do seriously, and then you'll be it's a skill that you develop, because within fasting, there's also techniques, how you get into fasting, how you come out, what you eat, what you don't like. There are that's also what makes it like a sport. You need to have you need to develop your technique. So it's more than just like, oh yeah, I do 3 days of detox a year. Like you can do that, nothing wrong with that, but fasting can become like a master tool of your life to solve all your problems and become better at all levels, like become better physically, mentally, and all these, like once you get a hang of it, you pass the initial maybe more uncomfortable fasting sessions. You gain so much time, was it on Tuesday I skipped my OMAD? Yeah, it was great. I had good momentum, and I had a business meeting at I don't know where the person is. Maybe like another, like in the U.S. or something. I mean, it was like 7 Eastern, and for me it was 9 o'clock. You know, but I didn't eat. I had the meeting with him, and then I recorded some Black Sea Storm songs. Like that's my music project, and yeah, actually I was having a hard time. I had a lot of energy. Like I had a hard time falling asleep, which is not the best situation, but I apologize. Like there's some, you know, but then yeah, in the morning I took like a nap, and then I started the day like with a lot of energy, and so I broke my fast last night. So it was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. So yeah, I mean it's just I mean it saves you time also because you're not like, you don't have to cook, you don't have to deal with all that, and it gives you a lot of energy. It gives you a lot of energy on the night you're skipping the OMAD, and then the next day, because that night that you're sleeping, you don't waste too much energy into digestion. So usually I tend to recuperate faster on the days I'm fasting. So yeah, so then you have your yeah, it affects like a lot of levels, and then you improve, and like with any sport, you know, like you improve, like you're like, okay, I'm upping my game, what can I do next? So you approach it like a sport, something you want to get good at, you know. And like with other sports, like, I mean, not only you will get good at the sport, but then it will affect, you know, if you do a sport that, you know, improves your balance, then you'll have better balance skills, you know. And in this case with fasting, it will affect like will affect you physically, mentally, spiritually, and you'll be constantly, if you integrate it that way into your life, you'll be constantly making progress. And that's what got me hooked. And it's just like that. I mean, as with like sports and also music, you know, I'm a musician, so you're always like trying to improve, you know. And so fasting, yeah, it really allows like self-actualization, and now it's great. Like, I mean, when I tell people that I'm almost 50, like they don't believe it, you know. And I mean, maybe they're just being nice, but yeah, I mean, I know that I owe it to fasting. Like I owe it to fasting and the different diets I've tried. So yeah, I think that's about it about like for this video. It's just looking seeing fasting more like a sport, and trying to integrate it into your life and try to get better at it, and who knows, it might become like a part of your identity, you know. Like for me, it's a lifestyle, it's part of my identity. It's yeah, it affects everything I do, and I'm very thankful to I mean, I feel blessed that I discovered this this practice. I mean, it's a practice, but it's a system that is built into us. So it's a shame to not use it. You know, it's there. So fasting as a sport, you can try, and if you've already incorporated fasting into your life, whatever level it is. Yeah, you can put it in the comments if you like your experience with fasting and where you'd like to take it. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and hopefully I see you in another one.